Okay, so now just check it out. What we're gonna do today is today we will understand trunking. Okay, so what is trunking first of all? We have to understand this. Okay. Now, and why we use trunking? Trunking, it is used, it is used to carry, it is used to carry data or multiple VLANs data or multiple VLANs data. Now just try to understand what does this line says.
Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Yes, sir. I'm unable to see the screen.
Uh, sorry. Okay, you won't be able to see my
Screen.
screen. Okay, okay.
Yes, yes.
Just confirm me. What about now? Can you see it?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, now. So today's topic is trunking, and we're gonna understand trunking for what purpose that it is used to carry data. Okay, which data? VLAN data. Just make sure the carry data means to carry VLAN data or used to carry multiple VLANs data. What does it mean? Okay, just try to understand. Let's suppose yesterday what we've learned that how to create VLANs, isn't it? This is switch one, and this is switch one attached with multiple interfaces. Okay, so right now we're just working with four. Okay, PC1, PC2, PC3, and PC4. And all the PCs I have an IP address which is assigned like this. Similarly, I have given MAC address as well on all the PCs. 0A, 0B, 0C, and 0D like that. And we put in yesterday's class, what we did, we created two VLANs, such as VLAN 10 for sales department and VLAN 20 and VLAN 20 for marketing department. That's what we did yesterday, if I'm not wrong.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So let's suppose company has decided to expand the net. Now, right now, there are only two people. There are only two person who are working in sales department, and same ways there are two person who are working in marketing department. So company has decided to hire few more people. Okay. So they decided to double up the team members, such as what they will do. Now under we have four salesperson, and in marketing we also have four salesperson. So what they did, they again buy a new switch, okay, with LAN ports on it, and attach all the pieces in it. And say this is my PC5, this is my PC6, this is my PC7, and this is my PC8. And assign IPs on all of them, right? And with the MAC address 0E, 0F, 0G, and 0H. Okay. So now they've all again created VLAN 10 on this. Sorry. VLAN 10 with the names as sales. And VLAN 20, the name as marketing like that. Is it fine? Just tell me. All of you understood this? This is your switch one. This is your switch two. Is it clear? Tell me yes or no.
Yeah.
Okay. So now just see on switch one I have VLAN 10. On switch two I have VLAN 10. Similarly, I have VLAN 20 on both the switches as well. Now I want my sales department should communicate with sales and marketing should able to communicate with marketing. So what I have to do? I have to I have to attach one more wire like that. So first link will carry my VLAN 10 traffic and my second link will carry my VLAN 20 traffic. Is it fine? Tell me.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Just tell me, okay, by applying your all knowledge and although we have done a lot of CCNA, is this correct way to join two switches with multiple links and with who are carrying different data of VLAN 10 and 20? Let's suppose in future, okay, in another organization, if an organization have 10 VLANs in switch 1 and switch 2 as well, so it means they require 10 wires between switch 1 and switch 2 to connect with each other so that VLAN data will be transferred from one switch to another switch. Isn't that? Tell me.
Yeah.
Clear? Now, just tell me, is it the correct way to draw the topology like that?
Obviously not.
Obviously
It will,
not.
it
Exactly.
will be too much.
What we should merge? Tell me.
It will be too much cable to connect.
Okay, so you are saying which cable should be merged? Mini? Tell me.
Sir, I think too much cable. She's
Sorry,
telling.
sorry, say again. Which cable?
Too much
Too
cable.
many cable. Too many cable.
Yeah,
If they
exactly.
said switches.
Exactly. I'm asking that too many cables we're gonna merge. So between switch 1 and switch 2, that's what my question is. Are we gonna merge those cables or are we gonna merge those cables which are on the switch having VLANs or VLAN data on there? Like you could see or where my PCs are connected. So which wires are we gonna merge? Are those wires which create a link between switch 1 and switch 2 or the wires which are connecting to different PCs in the
And
VLANs?
the VLAN 10, VLAN 20, maybe we
Exactly.
can
No, we
merge
have.
them.
Yeah, exactly. We have to do that. What we will do, we will just attach a one wire between switch 1 and switch 2. Okay. How many wires? Only one wire. And I will make this wire as a trunk. Let's suppose these are interfaces such as 0 by 0. And this is also my 0 by 0. So what I will do, I will just create a trunk between switch 1 and switch 2 link like this. Okay, now what trunk does? What is the work of a trunk? Work of a trunk is to carry data of or multiple VLANs. Means my alone this link can carry the data of both VLAN 10 and VLAN 10. Clear? Tell me.
Yeah.
Anyone having any issue till here? Anupama?
No,
Anu, sorry. Your name is Anupama. Okay.
it's
Mini Abdul, AK, Jignesh, Veer.
No, sir.
Tell me.
It's good. It's good.
Sorry? I'm sorry, Mini, what did you say?
It's all
clear?
good.
Okay, now. Okay. What about you, Anu? Abdul?
yeah, it's good.
That's
sir.
good.
Good, sir.
Abdul? Okay, good. That's good. So let's move forward. Okay. So now how we are gonna perform this trunking? Another question is this. So make sure the trunking can be performed in trunking can be performed by two ways. Trunking. Trunking can be performed in two ways. And what are those two ways? Now the question is this. What are those ways? One is your manual trunking. Okay. And another one is your dynamic trunking. Clear? How many types of trunking do we use? Oh, sorry. How many types we can configure this trunking path? In two ways. And what are those two ways? One is my manual trunking, and another one is my dynamic trunking. Is it clear? Tell me.
Yes.
Yes.
Anyone having any issue, any problem? Anything you would like to ask me? Okay. So before going there, we have to understand little more things. And what are those little things? Okay. Just try to understand that. First of all, let's suppose this is your switch. And these are your ports. So if you could remember, yesterday I ran a command which is known as switch port mode access. Remember, yesterday we
Yes.
have configured this command on my switch. Okay. So why I was using this command? Now what happened in a switch? These LAN ports have three types of modes. How many types of modes? These LAN ports have three types of modes. Generally, we say two types. Okay, don't say three. Actually, just write it three. I will just tell you why. Three types of. One is your access. Second one is your trunk. And the third one is your dynamic. Okay. This dynamic port, has two types. One is dynamic auto, and another one is dynamic desirable. Okay, and by default, all the switch ports are configured as dynamic auto. By default, all the switch ports would be configured as your dynamic auto. Is it clear? Tell me.
Yes.
Do you have any questions to there? Anyone is having any questions to there? Please feel free to ask anything. Okay. I hope everything is fine. So let's move ahead. Now we have to understand what is the difference between access port and trunk port. Because the dynamic port, they are always used. This one, these dynamic ports, okay. They are used to negotiate a trunk. Okay. So all of you understood the working of a dynamic port and how many modes on the dynamic do we have? And by default, okay, and make sure by default on the Cisco or on the Cisco switches, make sure the Cisco switches switch port would be configured as dynamic auto. This is in the case of new switches. Just write down new switches. But if you talk about your older version of switches, older version would be configured as dynamic desirable. Clear?
Yes.
Please
Yes.
tell everyone.
Yes, sir.
You have any questions? Just a second now. You have any questions to ask? Please feel free to ask right now. Or is it fine? Okay, can we move further?
Yes.
Oh, let's move further. Just understand the difference between access port and a trunk port. Okay, what is the difference between a access port and a trunk? The difference between a access port and a trunk port. What is the difference? So under the access port, okay. Now write on the definitions very careful. Okay, if any port, if any port belongs to, if any port belongs to any VLAN. Okay, if any port belongs to any VLAN. Okay, then that port is known as your access. Clear? Okay, and under the access port, it can carry the same VLAN data. Same VLAN data. Try to understand under this diagram. Let's suppose we have configured this interface as 0 by 0, 0 by 1, 0 by 2, and 0 by 3. Is it fine? Now 0 by 0 and 0 by 1 are in which VLAN? Can anyone tell me? 0 by 0 and 0 by 1 have been allocated to which VLAN?
VLAN 10.
VLAN 10.
Exactly. VLAN 10.
10.
Just a second. Why is not erasing? Happen. Yeah. It is located to VLAN 10. Clear? And tell me, what does this interface FS0 by 2 and FS0 by 3 belongs to which VLAN?
VLAN 20.
VLAN 20. Clear? I hope, is this thing clear to you or not, everyone?
No, why VLAN 20?
Because just see here, 0 by 2 and 0 by 3 belongs to which VLAN? It
Ah,
belongs
okay,
to VLAN
okay.
20 market.
Okay, thank you.
Clear? Now,
Yes.
just tell me, are these ports which belongs to a particular VLAN, are they access port, a dynamic port, or a trunk port?
Access port, sir.
Access port.
Exactly. Just try to figure it out here. If any port belongs to any VLAN, what is the key thing is any port is equals to any VLAN, then that port is known as your access port. Simple equation. Okay. I hope everyone knows maths here. Okay. Any port is equals to any VLAN. Be it your VLAN 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, any VLAN. Any port belongs to any VLAN, known as your access port. Simple? Simple maths. Clear? Tell me.
Yes, sir.
Any issues still here? Okay, now let's move on to next sentence. What is trunk port? Trunk port. It does not belongs to any VLAN. It does not belong to any VLAN. So it can carry all VLANs data. Got it? Tell me. Have all understood?
Yes, sir.
Mini, Abdul, Veer,
Yes, it's good.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Anu, What about
Yes,
the
sir.
rest to Manendra and Jignesh, if I'm not wrong? Yeah, Jignesh, understood?
Yes, sir. I have a question, sir.
Yeah, please go on. Please ask.
If trunk is not part of any VLAN, so how it can carry forward data to other port?
Look, try to understand. This port by default. Let's suppose you went to market and bought this switch. This is a brand new switch, okay? So I just told you these interfaces, such as, let's suppose the name of these interfaces is 0 by 1, 0 by 2, 0 by 3, and 0 by 4. By default, they all are in dynamic auto. Isn't it, Jignesh?
Correct.
Correct. Now, what we have to do? We have to change the status of any one of those port which will be act as my VLAN. Oh, sorry, which has to act my trunk. What happens in a Cisco switch? I think you were in yesterday's class.
Yes, yes.
Tell me, in a Cisco switch, if I bought a new Cisco switch, by default, all the ports in a switch belongs to which VLAN?
VLAN 1.
VLAN? VLAN 1.
One.
VLAN 1. Okay, tell me. The answer would be VLAN 1. So all these ports are of access, dynamic, or trunks nature. Tell me.
Access.
Wrong. By default, they're in dynamic auto. See,
Yes,
because dynamic auto can also be used to form a trunk. That's what I'm telling you. Okay, just read this
Dynamic.
definition. Yeah, just read this definition of dynamic port. They are used to negotiate a trunk length. They have two parts, dynamic auto or dynamic desirable. Okay, clear? Now, okay, now let's suppose if I have to create a trunk link, let's suppose there are two switches. Switch 1 and switch 2, like this. Now, I have to create a trunk link. Let's suppose there are multiple ports like this. Okay, and this is my, sorry. This port is my FS 0 by 1. So tell me, by default, it would be dynamic access, dynamic auto, my access port or my trunk port. Tell me.
Dynamic auto.
Dynamic.
Auto.
Exactly. So what I have to do, I have to change the status of this port from dynamic auto to trunk port. If in case of I am doing this as static trunk, not in case of dynamic trunk. Is it clear, Jignesh?
Yes, sir.
And on the other hand, on the switch, I also have to do the same thing, which I did in switch. Why? Because we are forming a static trunk. See this diagram. What I did in this diagram, I have configured trunk on both the interfaces of switch 1 and switch 2, 0 by 0 on switch 1 and 0 by 0 on my switch 2. Can you see this?
Yes, yes.
Clear to everyone? Is this clear? Tell me.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
What about others?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's good. So let's move on further. What happens while we are working on encapsulation? Okay, okay, just tell me, is this part is also clear? Trunk port, it does not belong to any VLAN and
Clear.
it can carry VLAN data. Okay, because now just see this diagram. This 0 by 0 on both the switches does not belongs to any VLAN. Whereas, okay, I have written 0 by 0 here as well. Just make it instead of 0 by 0, just make it as 0 by 5. Okay, because I haven't seen 0 by 0 here, that's why I've written 0 by 0 here. So just make it as 0 by 5. So now just see 0 by 5 and 0 by 1 belongs to VLAN 10. 0 by 2 and 0 by 3 belongs to VLAN 20. Do 0 by 0 belongs to any VLAN?
No.
Exactly. Then if it does not belongs to any VLAN, then it would be a which
Trunk
port?
port.
Clear?
Yes, sir.
Any doubts in this?
No, sir.
Okay, now let's move further. Now, what happened on trunk ports? On trunk port, what will happen? On trunk port, we have two encapsulations. Two encapsulations which can add a tag. Which can add a tag. And that two types of encapsulation we have. One is your ISL and another one is your dot. It's IQ. ISL stands for inter switch link. Now, try to understand what is the need for encapsulation first of all. Okay. Now, let's suppose we have just understood that there are two different switches like that. Just wait for a second. Okay, let me create a diagram. I'll just explain. Like this. Okay. And I've also attached these ones. So these are my interfaces such as 0 by 0, 0 by 1, 0 by 2, and 0 by 3 like that. Same way, 0 by 0, 0 by 1, 0 by 2, and 0 by 3. And here, my interfaces would be 0 by 5, like this. Here, I have created two different VLANs. VLAN 10 with as sales on both the switches, switch 1 and switch 2. VLAN 20 on your sales now. Yeah, exactly. And here I am using as VLAN. VLAN 20 as your marketing. Is it fine? Okay. And what I did, I just created a trunk link between them like this. Trunk. Is it clear? Tell me. Do anyone is having any issues still here?
No, sir.
No? Good. Now let's try to understand, okay, and think practically. Okay, when let's suppose Willanton PC1 wants to communicate with PC5. Okay. Everyone knows a frame would be generated. Okay, just forget about the frame. When we talk about communication, okay, so we always use ping command. Okay, so the moment you write ping, I want to ping your 10.5, 10.0.0.5. Okay, a ICMP request would be generated with your
Yes.
layer 3 and layer 2 like that. Okay. So now right now I'm not gonna go for layer 3 because we have already did a lot of times. The whole routing we have covered with layer 3. Now just try to understand in source layer 2. Which is your source MAC is 08. Okay. Destination MAC is your 08. And then your Ethernet code, something like that. Just see very carefully when this frame will reach to the switch one. This port. This it will check its MAC table or not. Tell me. Switch one will check its MAC table or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Tell me, will it find 0E in its MAC table or not? 0E as a destination MAC in its MAC table or not?
No.
So what it will do? It will drop the packet.
It is-
Tell me, will it drop the packet?
Yes, sir.
No.
No. Ask why. Because this traffic belongs to a particular VLAN. What it will do, this switch, switch one will add a ICMP tag. I'm saying it will add a inside this frame. Actually, what happens inside this frame, we have a field known as encapsulation. So what it will do, it will put VLAN 10 here. Clear? And make sure the encapsulation always take place on switches, not on PCs. Okay. They could trick you on this question in an interview. Make sure do not get tricked. Clear? Got it? What I'm just trying to say is that encapsulation always take place at the level of switches. Now, this ICMP request will be forwarded to switch 2. Now switch 2 will check the frame. Does switch 2 have VLAN 10 in it or not?
Yes, sir.
Configured. What it will do? It will decapsulate it. Means it will remove it. It will remove this. Now it will check the destination MAC address. Just tell me, does this MAC address belongs to switch 1, switch 2 MAC table or not?
Yes, sir.
The data will be forwarded to that particular file. Here. Get it? Why the encapsulation has been done. This is known as your tagged traffic. this is a tagged frame, I would say. Tagged. TAGGED. Tagged frame. And the one which we have discussed, these two, ISL and .IQ. ISL is your Cisco proprietary. Whereas your .IQ is your open standard, which it is created by IEEE. Okay, so now in the current time, only this method has been used. In the current timing, the current time, sorry, dot IQ method has been in use even on Cisco devices. Yeah,
Yes, sir.
right. Anyone is having any doubt in this? Whatever we have discussed it right now. If you want, I can make a comparison between ISL and .IQ. ISL and .IQ. Why this thing is good in comparison to ISL? Because ISL, first of all, the big difference is between them that it is a Cisco proprietary, and this one is your, it is an open standard. Right on next. Second point. Up. Oh, sorry. I was using the, so sorry. Now, it can add, what it will do, it can add 30 bytes of extra tag. Okay, extra, just make it extra information. Extra tag. Extra information as a tag. But this thing, it can add only 4 bytes of extra info as a tag. And one more point is, you want to write, it can support untagged frames. Even it, this thing, it cannot support untagged frames. Whereas it can support untagged here, and those untagged frames are known as your native VLANs. Native VLANs. Clear?
Yeah.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Okay. So I think today's lot of we have done a lot of things today, isn't it? Or you guys are okay with
Sir,
it?
native VLAN is also known as management VLAN.
Sorry, repeat again, V.
Sir, native VLAN also called as management VLAN.
That I have to check once. Okay, let's check on internet right now.
I have
Because
read
I
one.
have because I haven't heard that term. Okay, let's check it out. Okay, native VLAN, you type native VLANs also known as management
Management
VLAN.
VLAN.
Let's check it out, okay? Because I haven't heard this. Okay. So if it is something like that, we will see. No, no. A native VLAN is not the same as management VLAN, but they can be a same VLAN.
Okay. Clear, sir.
That's on the internet. Okay. So I haven't heard this. Okay. That's why I just confused. Okay. So I said, okay, let's see whether it is there or not. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Any doubt in this?
No, sir.
Anyone having any doubt till here? Wants to ask anything?
No.
Please feel free.
Can you upload
Yeah.
the video?
Look, I won't be able to upload the video. Okay, I'm a technical person. It's the work of a backend team. If it's in my hand, the way I share the PPT at the moment, I can upload the PPT as well. It's not in my hand. Mini. I will ask my team. They will upload. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome. Anyone else having any doubts? Or shall we wind up the session today?
I will ask tomorrow, sir. Once the video I have. I'll go
Okay,
through.
no issues, no issues. We will have a discussion tomorrow. Okay. So let's meet in tomorrow's class, everyone.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So till then,
Good
bye
night, sir.
bye. Good night, everyone.
Yeah, good night.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Good night. Bye bye.